G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the west side of the map, playing his world famous French, it is Marine Lord. On the opposite side of the map, playing as the Mongols in the color red, it is Puppy Paw. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Golden League. This is the first weekend of the finals, 15 GMT, Saturday and Sunday for the next 4 weeks. We are going to have non-stop Golden League action. I want you to be there. I want you to check it out. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can find it. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But let's talk a little bit more about what we are going to be expecting to see today. Because I tell you what, I am incredibly excited about the games that we have got in front of us. This is a best of 7 between Marine Lord and Puppy Paw. That is correct. A best of 7. 7 games. That could mean that we see 4 games if one player wins 4 in a row. That means we could see 7 games if one player wins 3 and then the other one wins 4. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh my lord, I would love a reverse sweep. Oh, can we see a reverse sweep? Oh my lord, I would love it. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about what we got going on here today. We have got French versus Mongols. This is a bit of a classic matchup, something that we've been seeing a fair bit, especially out of the box nice and early. Players typically love, French versus Mongols. Feel like it is a pretty even matchup. So I spoke with Marine Lord last week, and he said he feels like the matchup is about 52-48 in favor of the Mongols, and it's just largely down to, skill, that sort of thing. But we're going to see Puppy Paw not choosing to open up with a second scout here, but instead going to be looking to open up with a barracks. Marine Lord scouts that, and Puppy Paw, unaware that Marine Lord actually is behind that town center, but now Puppy Paw are going to be coming out here. He might actually run into that scout if he's not careful. Indeed he does. Could be heading down to snipe some of those sheep away. I know I would, because that is so damn annoying, but doesn't look like it's going to be the case. He's actually just racing back to his town center. I think he knows he needs to get sheep back there as quickly as possible, because it is imperative that he does not run out of food. And that's what he's going to look to do. So 4 sheep back under the town center. We'll check in with Marine Lord and see how he's doing, because he is going to be a happy camper. Yeah, he's got 3 and 11, 14 sheep right now. He is definitely doing very well as he continues to find more sheep out and across the map. But Khan going to be moving out across the map as well. Villager, double spear in tow. And the question is, I mean, you guys already know the answer to this question that I'm about to ask. How does Marine Lord react to this? Well, it's going to be archery range. It's going to be scouts from his School of Cavalry. At least that's what you would expect. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to see how he plays it. Obviously looks to follow it up with professional scouts as well and take control of the map. But Puppy Paw should know that. Puppy Paw should say, okay, well, because remember, typically when it comes to Age of Empires 4, it's about achieving what you want. How do I achieve what I want? So as an example, me, I'm a China player. What do I want to do? I want to win. Okay, so how do I win? Well, it depends on the matchup. But often it's about taking it late game. So how do I extend the game out? How do I make the game longer? How do I do that? So often that can mean going into a second town center, having a nicer nicer economy. And then as a result, if my enemy knows, okay, this guy, he's playing China, he wants to make that second town center, I'm going to deny his stone. Maybe that's what we see. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe Puppy Paw, already the way that I see Puppy Paw coming in on this stone, makes me think, spears. Double scout going to be coming out. So already I see this and I'm thinking, do we potentially see Puppy Paw go for a second town center? Like, I know it seems kind of wild, but that's like my thinking is, by stopping the stone, he's forcing his enemy to stay on one town center for as long as possible. And it means that he could potentially go for a second town center. And we have seen that once before. I can't remember exactly who it was, but we did see an early second town center out of Mongols. So that could be an option. Obviously, the best bet for him is just going to be go fast castle, get your relics, and then from there, look to try and... In fact, maybe I think that's actually what he's doing. Okay, so... Sorry guys, I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to analyze. I'm trying to understand exactly what we're seeing here. So one of the things that we have seen out of French players is they go for a second town center. Why? Because if French and Mongols get to the 3rd age at the same time together, then typically it's going to be Mongol favored. However, the French player can alleviate this or mitigate this by, in fact, staying in the feudal age a little bit longer, playing into heavier knights, going for a second town center, and then with that, getting up about, 4 or 5 minutes later, but still having a decent knight mass, having a good mass of spearmen as well, and then getting up themselves, and then that way they've got like an economy 30 villages. Sure, they lose the relics, but they've got such a big economy. I'm talking like, they get to 130, 140 vills, and they're just overpowering their enemy with regard to the military. But we'll take a look now at how Puppy Paw is playing, because he might be playing completely different to what we would expect. And indeed, it seems the case. It looks like a double horseman going to be coming out. No fast castles today. You can see he's actually going to be struggling with food right now. This is not good for Puppy Paw. He's going to have to fall back for berries, potentially. Might have to think about professional scouts himself. He does have the Gur out. No wheelbarrow just yet. But we'll check in over on the other side of the map. We'll see what Marine Lord is up to, because it is going to be archers that are coming out for him. We have a look. I want to have a look how many scouts he's got out. 1 scout, 2, 3 scouts coming out. Do we have a professional scout? Professional scout's not yet in, but you can see he's trying his best to gather up that gold. And now the single archer comes out. It's going to be going up against that Khan. A little bit of a tough battle. Khan only got 2 damage now, though, so it's not a terrible battle. Horseman going to be coming out here as well for Puppy Paw. Keep in mind, he is still in age 1, and he's going to be rushing up that landmark. That's a lot of villagers. 7 villagers out on that landmark. I'm already feeling bad for Puppy Paw. I don't know, maybe it was just opening with no second scout. Really kind of hurts the food income, because you can see right now, Marine Lord is sitting absolutely happy underneath the town center. He's still got 15 sheep under this town center. He has got sheep for days, whereas Puppy Paw, he's pretty much running dry right here. There's barely anything down. We'll take a look and see what he's got. He's got 3 sheep. That's literally it. He's got nothing other than that. So Puppy Paw, yeah, he's gonna be trying his best, but I can't help but feel I'm a little bit concerned. I guess the one thing to take away from it, though, is Marine Lord's still not able to take that gold, though, or take that stone. So the longer this game goes out, he's only going to be on the 1 town center. That's going to help him out a huge amount. And now Puppy Paw going to be reaching the feudal age. So the push is going to be coming to shove. 5 spears going to be sitting inside here. We watch them all pop out as they look to jump on top of those scouts, and indeed they do. All jumping back inside. All of a sudden, there's 6 spearmen. Hold on a minute. It's that classic, you know, where did you come from, John? All of them managing to just, you can see the way that the scouts are trying their best to just get the damage on. He really wants to wait for arrow slits. Once that arrow slits comes in, Puppy Paw is going to be able to reach a lot further, and you can see Marine Lord knows that. He pulls off this wood line. He knows he can't stay on this wood line because arrow slits is about to come in. He falls back. Even though he doesn't have line of sight here, all it takes is a Khan to run around here, pop that eagle arrow up, and boom, baby. That is frustrating to deal with. But Marine Lord now starting to build up those scout numbers, and we can see professional scouts is indeed coming through. We'll take a look over at the other side of the map, and we'll see what Puppy Paw is up to, because it looks like we might have ourselves... I mean, I was going to say it looks like we might have ourselves a bit of a castle age coming through, and it looked really, really accurate, but then there was 18 villages on wood, and I started going, well, hold on a minute, what's he doing with this wood? It looks like he's actually investing all of it into pastures, because he's just run out completely of food, and this is the consequence of not going for that second scout. This is something that we talked about early on. If you obviously it's a two-way street. It doesn't always work out for you, and going up against the French, they're always going to be opening up with that second scout. The Mongols, you're going to have to move your town center. Your scout is going to be a little bit slower, but still, you're going to get denied a lot of potential food. And now, speaking of denied, it looks like Marine Lord going to be moving out to deny this outpost position. And I suspect he'll be looking to take this stone as soon as he has the opportunity. Archer's going to be continuing to come out. You can see the horseman going to be in here as well. Scout's going to be trying to cause a bit of havoc. Puppy Paw doing a pretty decent job at this point, just managing to keep everything together. But it looks like Marine Lord going to be able to hold on for the moment. Going to be able to continue sieging down this. And we see the first knight beginning to come out, making its way. And interesting that we see the knight. Obviously, you'd expect a knight to come out, do a bit of raiding damage, but up against those Mongols, I mean, where are you going to raid? Like the gold mine? Okay, it's like, it's look how close it is. Where are you going to raid? The wood line? Like, come on, bro, it's right here. Where are you going to raid? The food? I'm literally in my town center collecting food. Like, look at this. You're not raiding a Mongol player. Nice try, though. But now we indeed do see Marine Lord take that stone away perfectly. And I gotta say, guys, I gotta say, you might have noticed recently there's been a little bit less videos being uploaded to the channel. There is a good reason for that. That is because I've been practicing the heck, or practice, I say practicing, I should just say playing. I've just been playing the hell out of Age of Empires 4. I've been grinding the ladder, I've been climbing up. I was sitting at about like rank 1200 or something like that. I'm up into the top, I think I'm top 250 at the moment. I'm making my way back up there. It's been a bit of a struggle, but I've been spending a lot of my time grinding that away. My aim is to get back to top, I mean, ideally, I'd love to get back to top 10. I don't think it's going to happen, though. So, look, there's a man who can dream, but I just don't think I've got the time, nor really the skill anymore. I mean, there's just so many competent people that are playing the game now. Like, looking at the top 10 right now for Age of Empires 4, there's just so much competition out there. And it's really hard to look at myself and be like, do you think you've got what it takes to beat those guys? No, I don't. Those guys are insane. Yeah, I guess, like, coming in and watching this game game and understanding a little bit more about the meta. Obviously playing a lot more recently. I think I've played probably close. Actually, you know how many games? I've played 69. The reason why I know, because I took a screenshot because I played 69 games. Nice, Strongo. So yeah, I mean, for me, if I'm able to be a bit of a better player, make better judgments, better estimates about what is going to happen, then that's going to help out my casting massively. And that's exactly what we've seen here. So far, everything has gone to plan. The only thing that didn't really go to plan was Puppy Paw back here. But we do see that the transition was eventually coming in for a Castle Age. I didn't expect that we would see the stable coming out, but it made a lot of sense when you saw the archers. And now the Khan going to be coming out. You can see the Puppy Paw definitely going to be on the back foot here. Marine Lord going to be dropping down that second town center any second. You can see he's got plenty of stone in the bank. Khan getting cleaned up, getting shut down, getting sat down. Sit down, Khan. Ain't nobody got time for that. And, sorry. That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary, Khan. But Marine Lord going to continue gathering up, and interestingly doesn't go for the 7th scout. This is something that always kills me. You leave one deer if you don't go for the 7th scout. So it's like, come on, man. Just make it easy on all of us. Just go for the 7th scout, and we're all going to be happy. Horseman going to be coming in now. Puppy Paw hitting that Castle Age. Horseman going to be running back. It's only an early Horseman, so it's, you know, we often joke about how little damage Horsemen do. What about early Horsemen? Oh, jeez. Marine Lord actually moving out onto the gold. Very interesting second town center location here. I guess it makes sense. It protects the berries. It also obviously protects the gold. It's a little bit exposed though, and that's one of my big fears, right? Is you're just going to have lancers running in here non-stop, because that's exactly what Puppy Paw is going to be going for. We see he's actually got double stable. Only one of them sitting on the Uvu, but that's all he needs. And you know, it's going to be lancers literally rallied directly to, you know, through the gold mine, through the town center, towards the base of Marine Lord. So this is one of the things that I get scared of seeing this town center out here is, you know, how easy is it going to be to idle this? Because if you've got 10 villagers in here and you're trying to make villages and you're being idled, well, they have to go somewhere. Guildhall now going to be coming up for Marine Lord. He's moving outside the base of his opponent. Puppy Paw starting to struggle here. He's got spears out, but those lancers going to be looking to do some damage. You can see the difference between these two when it comes to Castle Age stats versus the Feudal Age stats. It's quite significant, but at the same time, Puppy Paw, I expect we're going to be seeing a monastery getting... No, there's the monastery. Drop down immediately. Shaman going to be coming out and looking to pick up those relics. And then from here, we're going to be seeing a second town center added eventually with Puppy Paw. He's got the market out, so he'll be buying all of that extra wood to drop down that town center. That's going to be it. But he'll be looking to try and take map control with the... oh, is that... Do we have outposts? We've got outposts going down. A little bit of a weird outpost spot. It's not going to have a lot of line of sight. Like, just here would have made it a bit better. But I guess it makes sense in that position. Kind of tucked away. So now Puppy Paw going to be camping up the relics. You can see he's sitting on that one in the middle. He's pretty much got 1, 2, 3 in the middle, and then this one. So he should have 4 at the very least. Marine Lord, by the same token, we should see a monastery out of him immediately upon age up. But we'll have to wait and see. Guildhall, does it stay on food? Does he change it over to gold? Does he change it over to stone? Let's see exactly what the madman goes for. It's going to be Arbalatrier that he starts us off with, so no veteran archers coming out just yet. Manages to hold on pretty decently, so at this point in time, Marine Lord's just going to stick in his base. He's just going to chill out in his base, and that means he's essentially giving up map control to his opponent, which means that all of the relics are going to be able to be snagged up by them, and we can see that those units are sitting out there just guarding those relics. First one going to get picked up. Second one coming out. That's not it. There we go. But now he's falling back. He's trying his best. Veteran Royal Knights coming through. Puppy Paw going to have to retreat, at least for the moment. You can see that relic is still there. Do we have that monastery coming up just yet from Marine Lord? Doesn't look like. He's got 3 stable, though. 3 stable. That's a lot of stables. But that's about where you would expect it in this matchup. It is typically a very cavalry-focused matchup, and now it looks like Marine Lord going to get caught out. Or rather, we've got Marine Lord's opponent, Puppy Paw, getting caught out. Now in the middle of the map, also, some more fights going to be happening. No Arbalatrier mixed in just yet. They're still sitting back at base, so he's got a definite advantage here, but going to be heading up towards the north. I suspect he's going to pick this up and go for a Wallalol straight away. Indeed, he does. He's going to be trying to take this one down. You can see the scout's going to have to run out. Oh, he manages to get them all alive, but now that shaman, he's going to be saying goodnight, sweet prince, as unfortunately he loses his life. Marine Lord's still behind this. Do we have that monastery? I don't think we do. More pushes coming towards the front. Where is it? Where is it? I can smell it. It's got to be up here. How does Marine Lord still not have a monastery yet? He's got a nice relic behind him in the base. I guess he's still really... I guess relics aren't his win condition. There's the monastery. Jeez. I guess the way I'm trying to rationalize it is relics aren't his win condition, right? But like that's Poppy Paw's win condition. He wants to get 4 of the relics. He wants to go up into the 4th age. He wants to get his upgrade for them. What's it called? This one right here, Tithe Barns. Improved Tithe Barns, in fact. That's what he's going to be looking to get. And then, you know, he's sitting on the 2 town centers, and there we do see the 2nd town center getting added in for him as well. So, you know, you would expect that at this point in time, that everything would be going right for Puppy Paw, and it definitely does seem that. The main concern I've got is just that Arbolatria mass is starting to build up now for Marine Lord, and Puppy Paw hasn't been able to secure that relic up in the middle. In fact, he's done pretty poorly with regard to securing relics. He's only got 1 so far. Obviously, he lost that knight up towards the north, but now lost that monk or shaman up towards the north, and you can see the shaman trying its best to come through, and those Arbolatria are going to be dishing out a lot of damage. Knights continue pushing forward. Scout's going to be chasing it. Scouts, you got to be careful. You guys are picking fights with the wrong guys right now. And indeed, they do pick fights with the wrong guys as the Knights turn around and say, you want to fuck? We can fuck all day, baby. Oh, Lord. Marine Lord doing a great job there of not paying attention, but he's walling up like a madman. And this is something you don't always see from Marine Lord. He doesn't like to wall. Yet, here we see him walling up, and we actually see him walling up pretty intently. This kind of, like, if I was looking at the minimap and I saw this, I'd be like, it's going to be either Caspar or Beastie Cutie. It's one of those two, but it's definitely not Marine Lord. Marine Lord's the kind of guy who does the no-wall challenge. But back in the middle of the map, we can see those Knights still going to be out. Crossbowmen going to also be coming out. Shaman standing by idly, ready to pick up that relic. And speaking of picking up that relic, we can see the second one. Wait. No way. Where did that relic up the top go? There it is. Oh, he's sneaking around the edge. Oh, you're so sneaky. You're so sneaky, Puppy Paw. You're so sneaky, and Knight just going to be sitting out here waiting for that shaman to come out. And we hear that 3rd relic being picked up somewhere. It's got to be the middle of the map. Indeed it is, as it gets rallied back. And Knight's just slowly but steadily moving all across this map. You can see he's got 1 Knight out here, 1 Knight out here. He's looking to pick units up. More Knights beginning to come out. Marine Lord looking pretty decent. He spotted the Scholar there for a second. Khan going to be on the back line, about to pop off that attack speed signal. Let's see how he goes. He's actually losing a fair bit of units, but more crossbows going to be coming out, looking to try and hold this up. He's going to have to fall back. It might have to be movement speed here that he uses. No, instead, it does go for attack speed. He's going to be looking to take out the majority of these units. He's going to be tough, though. Marine Lord now pushing in. He's got a pretty decent mass, and now the ball starts rolling. The snowball begins. Watch out. All the reinforcements going to be coming in. The relic going to get taken out. If he's not careful, he's going to try and throw it. He loses his life because of that extra damage coming through from... You guys know what I'm talking about. That extra damage from the French Knights. And now Puppy Paw going to be trying his best to hold on that relic sitting in front of his base. He's still got the one behind his base, but Marine Lord going to be looking to capture that one that's in his base as well. As so far we've got 2 relics going, 1 relic rather going over. There's the 2nd relic coming in for Puppy Paw. 3rd relic is close by, ready to capture. And where does Puppy Paw go from here? He's sitting on 2 town centers, 68 villages, compared to Marine Lord, who's on 86. So they're flipped. But Puppy Paw does have the advantage when it comes to relics, obviously sitting on 3, going to be picking up 4 soon. And playing into the late game, Mongol's late game is it's arguably stronger than the French late game, but obviously Marine Lord, with that villager lead that he's got, he's going to be hitting that late game a lot sooner. He's going to be peaking a lot earlier. So the ceiling for Mongols is higher for their late games, but at the same time for French, if they can reach it faster, well then, you know, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because they're still going to have that power spike once they hit Imperial, once they look to get those upgrades, you know, things like Royal Bloodlines. It's going to be a great upgrade for Marine Lord. Speaking of great upgrade, we can see he's actually just switched over from food over onto gold. Might be thinking about getting some of those upgrades through. And speaking of upgrades, there we go. Fertilization, double broadaxe, specialized pick, all coming through. All the tier 1s except for fertilization, which is technically a tier 2. Not even technically, it is a tier 2. But units now for Puppy Paw beginning to move out. I don't think Puppy Paw is aware of all these walls that are starting to grow now for Marine Lord. But Puppy Paw going to be turning his attention towards that sacred site. Ain't no way you're going to be holding that religious ceremony down here today. But crossbow mass beginning to build now for Puppy Paw. And this is where it starts to get interesting in this matchup, because how do you play up against the French? How do you go up against a French player who is massing crossbow Arbolatria? Because you might think, okay, I'll make, or rather, French Knight, Royal Knights and Arbolatria. And you might think the answer is crossbow. But remember, crossbow, while it's effective against the Royal Knight, it is particularly weak against the Arbitrator just because of the extra bonuses that the Arbitrator gets. Mainly that Pavis shield is really what sets it apart. Now we're going to continue moving in. Khan going to get eaten up here, and there are so many units coming out here for Marine Lord. Behind the scenes, we can hear a raid going to be coming down, but the main focus going to be up here. Villagers getting pulled towards the front line as well. Going to get eaten alive. Marine Lord doing a great job of just taking control of this game and forcing his opponent to make mistakes. He's struggling to hold on. The crossbowmen going to be working their best on that other side of the berry bush, but now Marine Lord looking to try and take control. Those springald emplacements are really going to be what's setting this defense apart from any other defense. At the same time, back towards this other side, we did see that the raid did get cleaned up. Relic's getting taken by Marine Lord. Look at that. Marine Lord so sneaky. Going to be coming in for that second relic. We've got 3 over here already for Puppy Paw, but Marine Lord going to be finding that second one. He actually gets spotted out, so he could send a single knight up there. In fact, he's got 2 lances already, so he could just rally them, attack, move them right here, and he would make his way up there, and that's exactly what he does. So going to be heading up there and looking to pick that bad boy off before it gets a chance, and I suspect he'll be sending a scholar up there or a shaman up there as well. If he's got one, there he is. So he'll be going up there as well. But now that mass beginning to build here, I feel like in this position, the appropriate decision might be for Puppy Paw to actually go into Spearmen. And I know that sounds weird, but Spearmen are quite effective, obviously very effective against Veteran Royal Knights, but against the Arbitrator as well. They don't do particularly well against the Arbitrator, you can see. But at least Arbitrator don't get the counters. And look at this. Look at this. Puppy Paw going to be trying his best. Look at Marine Lord, so evasive. He just knows. Marine Lord knows that he would have been spotted out. So he's going to be trying his best to evade it. He gets spotted out once again. We'll see if Puppy Paw manages. Indeed, he does manage to find it. And now that knight on the backside that was guarding that relic the entire time going to be making its way in and looking to do a bit of damage. Villager count at the moment for Puppy Paw sitting at 71 villagers. Compare that over to his opponent, Marine Lord, and we're talking about 111. So a very big difference, a villager difference of 40 at this point. And the game slowly but steadily starts to appear more in the favor of Marine Lord. Over towards Marine Lord's base, we can see everything is going well for him. He's got 1,000 gold in that bank. The farm transition is almost complete. 47 farms coming up for him. He is a happy camper. I say 47, 41 farms is the actual number. But he's now taking control of the golds that are out here on the map as well. And keep in mind, there's the second gold down here. And so posturing for this first one is basically going to also secure the second one for him as well. So this is a great little point that he's got in here. And now crossbowman going to be moving in, looking to try and take that Uvu. We hear a Wallalow in the middle of the map. He may be losing that relic. The relic does go down, so finally Puppy Paw manages to get his paws on that relic, and indeed looks to come in, swoop it up immediately, but it looks like it's going to be going the way back again, and he tries to get the Wallalow again. We've got a double Wallalow, and now it looks like the next monk going to be coming in and picking that one up. Finally, no, okay, finally he picks it up and heads back in that way. He'll be taking that one very happy. He'll be denying away that 4th relic from Puppy Paw. He'll be pretty happy with himself. And now we start to see the trebuchets beginning to come out here. So a little bit of long-distance warfare coming through from Marine Lord. He's looking very strong at this point in time. I don't think there's anything Puppy Paw can really do because the economy for Marine Lord is very, very good behind this. 120 villagers. Compare that over to the 80 of Puppy Paw. And Puppy Paw now going to be trying. There's a lot of crossbowmen here, actually. So we'll take a look and see how he manages to do it. You can hear him, but behind that, we've got the trebuchet just firing off. He's got to be careful, though, with those units. Instead, opting for the defense instead of going for the attack speed. I can't help but feel the attack speed might have been a bit more helpful. It looks like he's managed to dwindle down the crossbow numbers, or the unit numbers. Now it's just going to be Arbitrator against crossbowmen. Do we have a Pavis? We've got Pavis coming out. Pavis coming out right now. He's going to be trying his best to hold on, but the numbers here are just too great for Puppy Paw. Puppy Paw going to be able to take control here, and we can see upgrades going to be coming through finally for Puppy Paw. He's going to be looking to get those +2, as well as look to get that expert or that improved siege engineering. We'll take a look over at Marine Lord's base and see how he is doing. It looks like he may have just cashed out of the gold. Indeed he did. He just cashed out of the guild hall. So we're sitting on 2,500 gold at the moment. So not a bad little bit for him. Falling back towards that keep. Now keep in mind, Puppy Paw still yet to get improved siege engineering. He's trying his best to get it up. But take a look at what we've got here. It is going to be the counterweight trebuchet just taking it down. You can see now he's going to pull villagers to repair. He knows he can't lose this blacksmith because this is going to be his only form of response towards this keep. It's going to be that improved siege engineering. He now looks to get it back up, making it all the way back up to 1,500 health. He is going to be A-okay. You can see he's actually got a couple of siege workshops back here as well to get the upgrades, as well as just to give him a nice solid amount of extra springalds coming through, but you can hear behind it the trebuchet just still firing off. We'll take a look at Marine Lord. He's going to be thinking about Imperial, it seems. Where does he look to drop down that landmark? I would not be surprised to see it come down up here. The other alternative is go for a position over here, but he's already got a pretty good hold on this sacred site, so I wouldn't be surprised. It could actually be the College of Artillery. College of Artillery would make sense here as well, going up against the springled heavy civilization of the Mongols. So maybe that's what we see. But we're going to have that age up coming through shortly. You can see the raids are making their way, and indeed it is going to be the College of Artillery that is coming down. So going to be coming down at the back side of the keep. So I feel like if there's ever a time to bring this out, it is right now. He's obviously going to have access to cannons. He's going to have access to culverin. That's going to be the big thing. But he's also got access to the Reboldequin as well, which just makes it even more difficult to deal with that sort of thing. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how he looks to play it. But Marine Lord looking very, very strong. And now Puppy Paw, he's going to be on the defensive. I mean, he's been on the defensive for a lot of this game. Look at that base as well. That base is just absolute everywhere. There doesn't seem to be any method to the madness, does there? It just seems to be all over the place, but he's going to be running very low on wood. He's going to have to move out towards his second town center, and he's going to be trying his best to hold on. You can see the villager count at 96, almost making it to 100, but Marine Lord sitting at a very comfortable 134 at this 25-minute mark in this game. Marine Lord looking to push up towards this northern position. We can see this sacred site, or this gold mine has been secured. A lot of units here, a lot of villagers here on the steppe redoubt. Looks like an Uvu going to get placed down here as well. You can see the Lancers going to be looking to clean this up. There's a fair amount of them as well. But now reinforcements coming in for Marine Lord. Marine Lord about to hit that Imperial Age timing. We're going to have that College of Artillery coming through and a little bit of a push on the front side as well. Arbaletier mixed in with veteran archers. I like what I'm seeing here out of Marine Lord. The upgrades are coming through. Military Academy, +3. We've got the elite horsemen. We've got elite archers. So he's looking to get up his trash first. That's where he's going first. He's looking to upgrade the trash. Then he's going to worry about the gold heavy units. So not going into Arbaletier, not going into the Royal Knights and getting them upgraded into Imp. And we actually see geometry coming through from the Siege Workshop. So looking to get that extra damage up on those trebuchets. But we do indeed see Royal Culverin going to be coming out here, looking to deal with any of those difficult springalds that we did see massing down towards the south side. But now we can see that the crossbows up on the north side are doing a pretty decent job here. They're going to be careful. There's a lot of horsemen in here, and these guys do trade very effectively. But now on the other side, we've got Marine Lord that might be in a little bit of trouble as those horsemen are going to be coming out. The composition here for Marine Lord, it's just going to be archers together with Arbaletier, and you can see he's struggling, but he sends a couple of horsemen back, and that's going to be able to take away most of the most of the damage there from those horsemen. And veteran horsemen going to be coming through now as well. These guys doing a great job. You can see the elite horsemen just came through as these guys were riding into battle. He's got to try and one-shot these units down just because you want them to be attacking these guys on the backline. Elite archers comes through now for our French player. You can see he's got those beautiful little arrows, or those little helmets, and don't they look so damn cool? Now crossbowmen going to be having a very tough time. Do we see incendiary arrows coming through in? We've got oh God, enlistment incentives. Try saying that 5 times very fast. That would be a tongue twister. But now beginning to push forward with more and more archers. He's going to be trying to take control of this game, and you can see he's going to have to fall back here. And indeed, we do see incendiary arrows coming through that is going to be right after the royal bloodlines that he's looking to get. And now those villagers are going to have to fall back, and you can see he's really starting to struggle. +3 ranged armor is in. He's looking to get +3 ranged attack. He does not skip a beat, this guy. All of those upgrades going to be coming in. Crossbow's going to be trying their best to get a decent trade here. Still that keep up towards the north side. Yet to go up, but more villagers going to be coming out. Just 4 villagers going to be looking to finish that keep up and hold down that position. And now Marine Lord looking very good as Puppy Paw hits that Imperial Age. What kind of upgrades is he looking for? That's going to be the question. It looks like it's going to be horsemen that he's going into. So going into full horsemen, and we do actually see he's going for siege work, so increasing the health of siege engines by 20%. A very curious decision here, not to be going for elite horsemen. You would think that, you know, if you're going, you know, quite heavily on the horsemen, that you would probably be going into the elite horsemen here, just the same way that your enemy has gone, but it is not the case. Instead, going for veteran archers, but now going to be trying his best to hold on. A lot of Arbaletier, or rather a lot of get off my screen, neutralize the sacred site. I don't need to see you. And but now those siege engines going to be moving forward. They're going to be trying their best. The culverin going to be coming out here. looks like the arbalist or the crossbowmen are going to be falling back here. We can see more horsemen coming out. Keep in mind, these guys have got royal bloodlines on these French horse. The 243 health on those bad boys. This is such a difficult composition to deal with. Keep in mind, the arbaletier together with the archers are just going to be so effective against this combo. And now Puppy Paw is definitely looking like he might be on the edge. A horseman going to be running in underneath the main town center. Going to be losing its life very, very quickly. Covering on the backside. New Khan is arrived. That crossbow mass, though, you're really not getting a lot of value from it right now. Puppy Paw is going almost completely into crossbowman here. And you can see he's slowly but steadily changing the way he's playing. He's going into Elite Horseman. There we go. Also going to be going for improved roller shutter triggers. So trying to control some form of the siege. That's going to be what it's all about. But it's going to be very difficult for him to continue keeping his head above water right now as these forces keep coming in. He's got the you can see the damage coming out from these guys. 13 damage a pop right now on these archers. And he's trying to trade away with the crossbows. The crossbows do 14 damage. Such an expensive unit. And up against these archers, it's going to be really, really hurting. And now more horsemen going to be running in. We see the veteran horseman about to get their elite upgrade. He's got 10 in the queue right now, and Puppy Paw calls good game. Marine Lord wins game number 1, victorious. Fellas, if you have enjoyed this casted game, make sure you check out Golden League 15 GMT, Saturday, Sunday. Be there or be square. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.